Up, everyone? A few minutes later than normal. I apologize about that. But we are live. It is Sunday afternoon. I'm going to get this shared out to everyone real quick here. Jake and the Bastage, welcome to the show. Great to see you both here. Give it a couple minutes here, just got it shared out. Give it a few minutes for folks to make it in here. Robert Machette, welcome to the show. So just getting the last bit of this stuff ready here. Said we're a little bit later today. Some major news in the twilight hours. As Missy will not be here today. She is recovering from having our son. Anthony Harris, born last night / this morning, whatever you want to call it. Angelita, welcome to the show. Thank you very much there, Bastage. And I will be seeing the doctor tomorrow to be done. Figure we are at enough. But on that note, we have a hell of a show lined up today. Surprise debuts. And all sorts of just little pieces for ya. And of course, as I've been promoting the past few weeks, the return of the Chamber. But we are starting off with a one-on-one match, Faction Warfare. We got War, we have Mr. U-Taker. Who do you have? Place your bets. Both these men know each other very well. Thank you very much, Mrs. U-Taker. I appreciate it. Yella, welcome to the show. Thank you very much. To those that are just making their way in, Missy has been expecting her nice child, and that happened. Our 5th child together. A lot more than 5 for me. But our son was born today. Or last night, whatever you want to call it. Anthony Harris, Nightwalker. So, of course, Missy relaxing in the hospital. But here we go, our opening contest today. As you can see, we are in Richmond, Virginia. Of course, this following contest is scheduled for one fall. On his way down to the ring first, representing Salagia. His weight is unknown, but he is a big son of a bitch. This is War! Of course, War, being a former world champion, would love to keep working his way back up into that position. But with the Golden Streets right around the corner, he might have that opportunity if he can capture the Golden Streets tournament at the end. But ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he weighs in today at 321 pounds, representing the Ministry of Mayhem. It's Mr. U-Taker. Omar Wolf, welcome to the show. Well, most of them are all adults now, bastards. I can't claim them anyway. Or else you're right, they probably would be trying. Of course, Omar Wolf in action tonight in our main event. The return of the Elimination Chamber. And the one thing I can say with this match card, it's going to be a busy day for Ruthless. Oh, not a problem at all there, Omar. I know how that goes. As we see both men getting ready here. Referee calls for the bell. Here we go. Big bicycle kick out the gate from War. Kick right across the chest of Mr. U-Taker to follow up. Now War going with the ground and pound here. Nothing pretty, nothing fancy, just laying down them ham hocks. Now goes to pick up Mr. U-Taker, but Mr. U-Taker fighting back, high knee lift. These two men no strangers to one another. As War driven face first into the canvas. Now Mr. U-Taker measuring him, stomping him down face first once again. Now wrist lock applied, but War fighting out of it, that big elbow shot, and then a clothesline taking Mr. U-Taker to the floor. Of course, you know here in Sacrifice, no countouts, no disqualifications for a normal match. Beautiful standing drop kick from War, showing some versatility there. Now pop up right into that waistlock German. Now War has Mr. U-Taker up, fireman's carry, taking him over to the ring. And dropping him down face first, snake eyes on the apron. And again following up right away, series of shots here. Now flipping him around, driving Mr. U-Taker face and chest first on the floor. The human tank looking to send a message. Mr. U-Taker catches that punch, comes back with one of his own. Now throws War back into the ring, rolls in, following up behind him. And up and over by his head like a sack of trash. Mr. U-Taker now looking to summon whatever he needs to get this match done. Kick to the ribs, make it a pair. Now throws War into the corner. Getting him set up here. What does he have in mind? It doesn't matter. War fighting his way out. Belly to back suplex. Now War measuring Mr. U-Taker. A little turnabout being fair play with the stomp of his own. And now War going up top. But oh, Mr. U-Taker sat right up from the depths of hell and throws War down to him. Now big knee shot right across the jaw. Mr. U-Taker laying it into War now. We don't see War fly that often. Now Mr. U-Taker measuring up, series of boots there. Looking to keep the pressure on him. Oh, what do we have here? Working on the fingers now. Double knees right across the spine. Now War taking him over with an arm drag. Now bringing him over to the ropes here, bracing him up against them. What does War have in mind? Tosses Mr. U-Taker to the floor, following him out. Bad intentions. Holy shit, powerbomb on the apron. That'll take it out of you. Mark Caliber, welcome to the show. Now Mr. U-Taker slammed down chest first. Mark Caliber, great to see you here as well. We are in our opening match here as War now going right after Mr. U-Taker, but eats a clothesline for his efforts. Now War taking him again over the top rope to the floor with that clothesline, and once again War looking to fly. Last time this turned out bad for him. From the top to the bottom with the elbow. Oh, very nice there, Mark. Tiny Boy, welcome to the show. Now kick into the ribs. Mr. U-Taker throwing War back under that bottom rope. Driving him down chest first. Now Mr. U-Taker picking him up, has him goozled. War going for the ride with the choke slam. But War immediately countering out, knew he was about to be in trouble, takes down Mr. U-Taker with that shoulder block. Now big clothesline from War, making a pair. Throws him into the corner, big splash. And then a cross body from War. Now Mr. U-Taker might have been in trouble, but fighting his way out of that attempted scoop up. But War spins him around, face first, reverse slam. War now trying to get the crowd behind him here. Now Mr. U-Taker shot to the ribs, getting his way back up to his feet. Scooping up War, lock and loaded with the tombstone. Arms crossed into the cover, but War right by the ropes, has his foot under it. Now Mr. U-Taker pulling him in the middle of the ring and putting the boots to him. Stomping on every appendage he can find. One right to the head to finish it off. But War now comes back fighting with a European uppercut of his own. Oh, now has Mr. U-Taker up and down with the Sabo. And ladies and gentlemen, we have blood in this one. But Mr. U-Taker has him goozled, choke slam once again. War with another shoulder block takedown. He knew the tombstone was coming again. But now setting up Mr. U-Taker, has him up into the Chaos Eater. Now down for the cover, leg hooked. 2, and no, count of 2 only. Oh, but now War locking him up again. Power bomb driving him down. And he's going to do it again from the looks of it. Now pulling Mr. U-Taker away from the ropes. And now locking him in for a third time, driving him down. Referee in there to check for a moment. Now big overhand right. Now kick to the ribs. Double axe handle to the back. Clothesline to the back of the neck. As the referee was checking on Mr. U-Taker, War not giving him any reprieve. Hits the stomp once again. Mr. U-Taker is a bloody mess. Despite all the blood, firing back with everything he's got. And holy shit! War launched like a fucking lawn dart into the ring post. And we have blood once again. And again, War tastes the steel. And for the third time, Mr. U-Taker, no fucks given. Rights and lefts now. Spinning discus clothesline puts down War. You see Mr. U-Taker holding those ribs. Belly to back suplex, dumping him over on his neck, and War now standing over him. taking a minute to cheer to the crowd. Big chop by War right across the chest. Now dragging Mr. U-Taker by the hair. Mr. U-Taker, though, fighting his way out of it. Series of elbows right to the midsection. Went for another shot, but got blocked and knocked over the barricade into the audience. War with a heavy hammock of his own. Now both men back in the ring and scooped up out of nowhere. And the tombstone, and War is out. Rest in peace, War. Holy shit. As you see from some of the earlier action, that big clothesline from Mr. U-Taker. Then fighting off that attempted scoop up there. Might have been a Chaos Eater right there. And there's the huge choke slam. But a big Chaos Eater. A lot of people, War especially, thought this was over here. Salagia's tank looking to make an impression. But ladies and gentlemen, in the end, your winner, Mr. U-Taker. As you see the blood pouring from his head, covering his chest as well. But standing tall with the win. And here we go, we are live. Of course, after that huge opening match, now we go to the women's action, a fatal four-way elimination. Of course, Angelina U-Taker returning back with Mr. U-Taker, cleaned up some here. Just went through an opening war. And here we go. This opening contest on the main card is a fatal 4-way elimination match. On her way down to the ring first, weighing in at 190 pounds, Jenna Rage. Of course, Jenna Rage, a former Intercontinental Champion. And I will make the announcement now. This past Wednesday, Susie the Elf pinning our current Intercontinental Champion, Ivy Pine. So this upcoming Wednesday, Ivy will defend that title against Susie the Elf. You know, all four of these women, though, want to move their way up the ladder to be in that same position. Ladies and gentlemen, the first opponent on her way to the ring, weighing in at 150 pounds, Amber Young. Amber, a former member of the Blackhearts, been excommunicated from the group, but has had mixed success since going off on her own. Was very close in a triple threat, I should say, a couple of weeks ago. Came right down to the wire, but was defeated in the end. But a great showing by Amber. As Yella's saying, everyone's looking at Ivy, but Ivy's looking at Shulky. Ladies and gentlemen, the next competitor on her way down to the ring, weighing in at 165 pounds, this is Steffi. The youngster looking to make her mark here. And ladies and gentlemen, the last competitor on their way to the ring. She weighs in at 132 pounds. She is the evil angel, Jerica Page. A little bit of family rivalry here. Jerica, of course, being the mother of Steffi, so we have seen every bit of it. As you see each of the women getting ready here. Referee calls for the bell. Here we go. Right away, Jenna swats away Steffi, but Steffi right back in. Snap suplex. Meanwhile, Jerica Page stepped through looking for a submission early on Amber with the sharpshooter. Amber quick to fight her way out of it. As Jenna taken down. Now butterfly suplex to bring her over. Amber now sending Jerica to the floor with that big right hand. Now a series of strikes, huge forearm to cap it off. But Jericho comes back, kick right to the head. Meanwhile, in the ring, Jenna with the fireman's carry takeover as Amber tastes the steel on the floor. Steffi in trouble, driven down face first. Now Jericho sending her Amber face first in, and then a big forearm again putting her down. As Jenna taking over on Steffi on the floor, or as soon as I say that, Steffi reverses. Amber sent back in, Jericho sliding in after her in the ring. Fast and furious action, now trade-off. But Amber, quick Hurricane Rana, Jenna with the fireman's carry. Jericho, the big forearm to the back of Jenna. Throwing her over is now both Amber and Jericho going at, well, I was going to say going after Jenna, but Amber hitting Jericho from behind. Steffi getting an opportunity to catch her breath. As Jenna thrown into the table. And Amber again sending Jenna into the table. You know, Amber would love to make a statement by not only winning this match, but by pinning the former Intercontinental Champion. As now Steffi and Jericho going at it. Steffi pushing her back, but Jericho comes back with a right hand of her own. Now Steffi counters back here, but you see Jenna showing off maybe a little too much. As Amber looking to make a comeback against her, scoops up Jenna here. Big kick right behind the ear. Meanwhile, Steffi in for the cover. Only a 2 count on Jericho. As Amber and Jenna trading the advantage back and forth. Now Amber sent over the top to the apron. Jenna knocking her to the ground. As Steffi now going up top. Jericho in position, but no, up and catches her with a super kick. You hear the crowd chanting, and I agree, this is awesome. Cover by Jericho. 2, and no, 2.5, and Steffi kicks out. Now Amber getting the advantage back here on Jenna inside, or outside the ring, as Jericho keeping the advantage on Steffi inside. Huge knee strike to end off that series of strikes there by Amber. Amber, a striker and submission specialist by trade. Now Steffi, though, has Jericho up. Takes her down, running senton. You hear the crowd showing their appreciation. Steffi now sending Jericho into the corner, running across. Jericho with the reversal. Steffi up and over. Ducks on her clothesline from Jericho. Running clothesline of her own, putting down Jericho. Steffi getting fired up. Now grabs Jenna right into a backstabber. Steffi now going to pick up Jenna. Jenna with the jawbreaker, though. Hoisting her up again. And a kick of her own right behind the ear. Jericho went to take advantage, but eats a drop kick from Jenna. Now both women trading chops and a big clothesline. Now she went for it again, but this time Amber was a little too smart. Pulls her over, modified neck breaker. Jenna looking to take advantage. Draping an arm across, only a 2 count. Now Amber with the elbows right to the head of Steffi. Jericho takes over Jenna with that snapmare and then clotheslines her in the corner. And putting the boots to her. Now Jericho in trouble. Amber putting the boots. Meanwhile, Jenna climbing up top here. changed her mind, maybe saw how far away the women were. Now Jenna again going upstairs. Huge splash right into the cover, 630. Does not get the pin. Going to work right on the shoulder of Jericho as Jenna and Amber both taking over here now. Wait a minute, Steffi, as soon as I said it, pop-up Hurricane Rana takes Amber over. Amber though comes back with a right hand of her own and then a huge knee strike putting down Steffi. Meanwhile on the floor, DDT by Jenna. Now both women squaring off here. Fireman's carried by Amber, but Jenna hitting her from behind. Amber fighting her way away from both women here. Jericho finally goes over to Steffi. Amber teeing off all over Jenna. Finally throws her back in the ring as well. Backstabber there by Steffi. Meanwhile, and standing moonsault. Holy shit. And Jenna has been eliminated by Amber. So Amber pinning the former Intercontinental Champion. Now going right to work on Steffi. Jericho's leaned up against the ropes. Amber looking to take advantage. Once too many, though, gets caught. Now Steffi's setting her up. There's that modified abdominal stretch. Has her all tied up. Finally just lets go of the hold. Amber not submitting to it. Staying tough in here. Jericho takes Steffi up and drapes her over that top rope with a hot shot. Uranagi slam there by Jericho. We know normally she loves to use that to open up that moonsault. Not this time, though. Instead, going with the modified camel clutch. Steffi fighting her way out of it. But right into the waiting arms of Amber. Snap suplex. Amber pops the hips, rolls through another snap suplex. And then a fisherman suplex to cap it off. Steffi now comes back with the jawbreaker here. And a backstabber to Amber. Oh, and she's measuring Amber here. Again, that modified abdominal stretch. Jericho watching on closely, and Amber submits. We are down to our final two. Jericho immediately took Steffi down. Went for up top, it gets caught. Steffi now turning her into the sharpshooter. Jericho immediately grabbing the ropes. But Steffi going for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and sole survivor, Steffi. As you see right there, the 630 from Jenna connecting on Jericho. Not enough to put her away, though. And then the backstabber from Steffi. Meanwhile, Amber Young stacking up Jenna for an attempted pinfall there as well. But the youngster getting it done. as we go to our next match in the tag team division, as the Beatdown Crew go up against Shamrocks and Shenanigans. Who do you have? Place your bets. As you see Rob Machete getting ready. Alrighty there, Yella. Tiny Boy holding up an SNS sign. And since I do see we have more people joining us here, thank you all, everyone, for being here. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not a member of the Eternity Broadcasting family, then click that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss a moment of the action or the announcements. You know, speaking of announcements, as I mentioned earlier today, Missy not able to be here with us today as she is recovering here at Richmond General, just giving birth to our son Anthony Harris. So as soon as I'm done here, I'm headed back to the hospital my damn self. But we are headed down to ringside. Tiny Girl, welcome to the show. For the following tag team event is a 30-minute time. Way down to the ring first, weighing in at a combined weight of 550. On the left, Brandon Ace. On the right, Michael Carter, representing and collectively known as the Beatdown Crew. As both these men waiting here, their opponents on their way down to the ring, weighing in a combined weight of 515 pounds. On the left, Rob A. Machete. On the right, the Psycho Sicko Sean Shamrock. They're collectively known as Shamrocks and Shenanigans. Of course, Shamrocks and Shenanigans, former dominating duo tag team champions. You know they would love the opportunity to get those titles back. course, those titles will be being defended later today. Referee calls for the bell. Here we go. Bicycle super kick by Brandon Ace right out the gate. But Machete back up, tying him up here. Fisherman suplex. Brandon Ace in an area town he doesn't want to be in. Quickly sends Rob over to the Crew's corner. Double underhook, quick takeover powerbomb. Now has him on the front face lock once again. Huge elbow shots. Now Machete throwing Brandon Ace into their corner. And doing a little bit of pantomiming here for a minute. And then trying to play up to the crowd, and then suddenly just starts now putting the boots to Brandon Ace. Now front face lock, transitions that over. Now sent into the turnbuckles with a big kick again. Brandon Ace fighting his way out of the area he does not want to be in. Snap-mirroring Machete over, kick right to the spine. Now makes the tag to Carter, bringing in the Power Man. Jack Bayou, welcome to the show. Now up and over, holy shit! Rob Machete spiking Carter. Now brought up and then taken down into a cover. 1, 2, and only a 2 count, about 2.5. Now Machete double axe handle down. Kick to the ribs. Machete now fighting back here as well. Finally tosses Carter over the top to the floor. Carter definitely the powerhouse out of all 4 men here. But a huge knee strike. That might have knocked a fucking tooth out. Carter with a big forearm to the jaw of Machete. Machete blocks that shot, body shot of his own. And picks him up. Holy shit! Military press power slam, showing off his strength. Now big overhand right, shot after shot here onto Machete, who really needs to make a tag. But double leg pickup into a spine buster. Carter putting the boots to him, trying to make sure he cannot get that tag off. And there's that wicked clothesline taking his head off into the cover. 1, 2, and again, 2.5. So far, Machete doing the job on his own. Now showing off the power. Holy shit, military press by Machete. Running splash connects. But he lets Carter make the tag. Brandon Ace back in, running knee lift. Bicycle kick of his own there. Another running knee lift. Machete in a bad way needs to make a tag. Devil's Trigger connects. And ladies and gentlemen, we have blood. 1, and only a 1 count. Shamrock quickly over to break it up. Now Brandon Ace taking him up. There is right on top of his head, that pile driver. And again, 1.5, and Shamrock's in to break it up. This time Carter comes in, but to no avail. Brandon Ace was going up top. Referee didn't see it as Shamrock pushed him off. But Brandon Ace, the first to move, going the wrong way. Now finally correcting his way over. Diving tag to Carter, who goes right after Machete, but eats a reverse elbow. Machete takes him back down. But look at Carter with the agility on the kip up. Now again, going after Machete. Machete double leg takedown. Needs to make a tag. The blood pouring from the head. But instead trying to concuss Carter. 1, 2, and only a 2 count. Rob Machete dealing out his own version of a beatdown on both members of the crew. Running shot again right to the jaw. Carter now trying to fight back here. Has him goozled, but no. Machete fighting his way out. Up and over, driving him down. Reverse DDT. Now Machete setting him up. Powerbomb stacks him over. 1. And only a 1 count this time. Brandon Ace making the save. Now Shamrock up on the top rope. What has he got in mind? The Psycho Sicko may have snapped. Now getting over, tag made, finally. Machete bringing in the Psycho Sicko legally for the first time. He's seen lots of action already. Driving Carter down head first. Carter now back body drop taking over Shamrock. Now spins him around. Belly to back pickup, but drives him down face first. Now Carter brings him up. Modified DDT setting him down. But wait a minute. Carter took too much time. Shamrock taking advantage. Definitely the freshest man in the contest. Shamrock now pulling him to the middle of the ring. Driving down the fish drop. And ladies and gentlemen, we have blood in this one again. As now Carter busted open, but still out of the way of that shot from Shamrock there. But now, tag in. Carter bringing back in Brandon Ace, rubbing his head, trying to get some of that blood off that forehead of his. And again, both men countering shots. They're going for the legs. Kick to the ribs, though, out of nowhere with the boom shakalaka. Brandon Ace just got rocked. Cover by Shamrock. 1, 2, and Carter in to make the save. But Machete has Carter. Dream Street Slam puts down Carter. Now Brandon Ace tossed like a sack of trash. And Shamrock going after Carter now. He is snapped. Now pretty much taunting Brandon Ace there, walking right by his head, just out of enough to where he couldn't do anything. Knee drop to the head to follow up. Now Shamrock picking him up, but Brandon Ace slides out behind, kicks to the back of the leg. Takes him up, hanging flatliner into a cover. 1, and only a 1 count. Now Brandon Ace again to roll through. Super kick right to the head, and ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd time, we have blood in this one. Cover by Ace. 1, 2, and kick out just that 2 by Shamrock. Now kick across the back, might have woke him up a little bit. Big time clothesline, crushing him in the corner. Now big diving punch, and there's that knee lift again. Brandon Ace trying to silence the crowd. Deadlift gut wrench into a sit-out powerbomb. Shamrock in trouble. Now again, series of shots to the head, just trying to open up Shamrock even more. And again, that sit-out powerbomb. Neglecting to go for the cover, though. Shamrock now fighting back, eats an elbow, big kick to the jaw. Now pulling up, went for the camel clutch, but Brandon Ace too close to the ropes. And a running stomp there by Shamrock. Now pulling Ace to the middle of the ring. And another diving fish drop. That's what opened up Carter. Brandon went for that knee again, but misses. Shamrock with the waistlock. Brandon Ace fighting his way out of it. Both these men trading the advantage back and forth. Brandon Ace face first into the corner, and everybody's bleeding. It is a bloodbath on Sadistic Sunday. And we haven't even got to the chamber yet. Big overhand right from Shamrock. Goes for the kick, but misses. Brandon Ace taking advantage, driving him into the table there. Now quickly picking him back up. Quick takeover, and an enziguri behind the ear. Shamrock may be out of it. Taking over, and another knee strike. Shamrock, though, catches the leg of Ace. Kicked behind the leg of his own there. Now taking him over, rolling him under that bottom rope. And miscue by Shamrocks and Shenanigans. Both men going after Brandon Ace. Gave Brandon Ace enough time to come back with a jawbreaker, and there's that jumping knee strike again. Now trying to scoop up Shamrock. Shamrock not having it. Another huge kick to the side of the head. Middle rope moonsault into a cover. 1, 2. And Brandon Ace kicking out at 2.5. But Shamrock setting him up here. We know what time it is. Brandon Ace off the ropes for the boom shakalaka. Into the cover. 1. And Michael Carter in to break it up right away. Nails Machete now. 2-on-1 advantage for the crew. But off the ropes. Pop-up powerbomb. Boom shakalaka. 2. And Shamrock taking out Carter for making the save. We're down to a 1-on-1. Big clothesline by Shamrock, making a pair. Duck under that attempted one from Brandon into the power slam. Now sends Brandon Ace into the corner. We're at almost the halfway point of this contest. Both teams tearing down the fucking house. Off the ropes, running forearm to the jaw. Cover. 1, 2, and 3. It is over. Carter just not able to make it back in time. Said both these teams bringing everything they've got, as you can see. All 4 men bleeding for the win. There you see on the replay, Machete already celebrating as Shamrock eats that, from the replay, eating that super kick earlier from Brandon. Say what you will about the Beatdown crew, but they put on a clinic in this match. Just not enough this time, because your winners, the team of Shamrocks and Shenanigans. I agree, Bastage. Amazing match. And speaking of amazing matches, there is an entire community of people that put on amazing shows. As we're getting ready for our next match here, Victoria Hart versus Trinity. Of course, this match came about from Wednesday. Tag team action, but Trinity continually getting involved and having words with Victoria Hart. So they're going to settle it today. So who do you have? Place your bets. As Jack, of course, going with Trinity for the win. Of course, Trinity's youngest brother, Missy Knight's youngest child, born last night. So no Missy to escort Trinity to the ring because she is, of course, at the hospital still. So Trinity going it alone. But as this is going here, as I mentioned, great matches. We have a whole slew of companies that put out great matches. I'm talking about companies like ASWF on the Altered Arcade Network. Of course, JJ Savvy bringing you the action there, otherwise known as Adam Guerin or Fireproof Lowlife. You saw him in the chat earlier, Mark Caliber, on the channel Mark Caliber 17, bringing you Commonwealth action, along with taking a break from wrestling at times, bringing you some Mortal Kombat, along with a couple of variety of games. But if you like all the women's action you've been seeing today, then you gotta be sure to check out Elite Extreme Women's Wrestling. Of course, that is run by Susie the Elf. All women all the time. And then, of course, you have another one of the originals in the company, Cowboy John, bringing you Lightning Strikes action on the network of Cowboy John. And then, of course, one of our newer companies in the area just making the announcement today they're making a comeback. Global Wrestling Affliction. Of course, your host on that, Caleb James. And you'll find them on the Fractured Reality Studios network. But maybe you want a break from wrestling. Maybe you want something a little different. Then check out my daughter, Cassie Madam Red, as she brings you everything but wrestling. So you might get some Friday the 13th. You might get some Dead by Daylight. You might get some World of Tanks. You never know what she's going to throw it at you. And there you see Mark saying he also has an all-women show in Commonwealth. As a matter of fact, if I'm right, that was on last night. If memory serves, is that correct there, Mark? And Bass is saying, yes, it was. I thought it was. So definitely be sure on both Twitch and YouTube, check out right there Mark Caliber 17, who brought you an all-women's show last night, so be sure to check him out as well. But speaking of women's action, we are headed back down to ringside. Which the following contest is scheduled for one fall. On her way down to the ring first, weighing in at 147 pounds, representing the Blackhearts, Victoria Hart. Of course, the Blackhearts recently losing Ivy Pine. But Victoria and the rest of the Blackhearts remaining, making a case over the last few days, saying the only reason they lost that tag match on Wicked was because of the interference of Trinity, and that they should be the #1 contenders for the women's tag titles. I won't go that far to say, but I will say we're getting ready to go to ringside to let Victoria settle this in her own way. Because on that right now, her opponent coming down the ring, representing the Dynasty, weighing in at 140 pounds, Trinity Nightwalker. Of course, Trinity, the youngest daughter of myself and Missy, along with her twin brother Aiden, who has not made his debut here in Sacrifice. There you see Trinity. Already having the crowd behind her before the match even begins. Well, the people here in Virginia know all about Sacrifice Wrestling. We've been based out of here for a long time. And they know if you've got a title here, you earned it. But now in the ring there, referee stepping to break them up. Surprisingly clean break from both women. Trinity with a quick clothesline to take her down, though. Went for the kick. Victoria rolls out of the way. Trinity, though, gets out of the way of that forearm shot, up and over, rotating head scissors, taking down Victoria. Now kick to the back, Trinity looking to follow up here. Slamming Victoria down face first. Trinity picking up Victoria, but Victoria, the veteran, taking her over with that arm drag. Now Victoria taking Trinity up against the ropes, goes for the kick, but Trinity catches it. But doesn't catch that forearm shot or the second. Victoria trying to go series of strikes here just to wear down Trinity. Quick drop down by Victoria. Nice big hip toss, textbook maneuver. Now Victoria picking up Trinity to follow up. Beatdown Crew, otherwise known as Brandon Ace, welcome to the show. Huge somersault splash off the bottom rope. But Trinity takes over Victoria with another arm drag of her own here. Now drapes her over the top rope, snaps her back. Now kick right across the back here. Trinity looking to follow up, keep the veteran here, Victoria, off balance. Now into a quick cover. One, and only a 1 count. Victoria now that modified arm drag taking over Trinity and then clips her to bring her back down again. Now stomp right to the arm. Slams her down. Victoria now taunting the crowd, kicking right to Trinity. You have to wonder how much Trinity's mind is not focused here. But focused enough to kick her in the back of the head. Now shoots the half. Cover hand in the face and only a 1 count. Very sloppy cover by Trinity, more disrespectful than effective. Actually, no, Brandon. Tanya Girl, I will say, was cheering you guys on in your tag match. Now Trinity rolling her over. Dragon Sleeper applied to Victoria. Has it cinched in. Victoria able to roll her way out and then stomp right to the back. American Berserk, welcome to the show. Now stomp right down onto the elbow, into the cover, not even a 1 count. Like I said, with Trinity having a new brother born last night, you have to wonder how much she's actually focusing on this match. Alrighty, Bassage, not a problem at all there, bud. Victoria, though, looking to take advantage of what could be the distraction. Now pulling back here, modified camel clutch. But Trinity takes her over, but you can see staggering herself a bit. Now sends Victoria over the top rope to the floor. Trinity getting fired up. Going upstairs quickly. From the top to the bottom, connecting with the shoulder block. But might have done as much damage to herself holding her ribs. Now thrown under the bottom rope here. Victoria rolling back up, though, as Trinity slides in. Trinity taking advantage, though. Belly to back suplex. And now measuring Victoria here. There is that kick right across the back of the ear. But Victoria with a quick arm drag knows she's in trouble. Throws Trinity to the floor. Following around, knowing she can't get pinned on the outside. Overhand right. Goes for a second one, but gets caught. Open hand slap by Victoria. Now sends Trinity back into the ring. Oh, now measuring her up. We've seen this over and over again. Handspring into the Pele, but misses. Trinity snapping her down. Modified brainbuster into the cover. 1, 2, and 3. It is over. Goddess of Pain, welcome to the show. Fantastic women's match, back and forth. There you saw from that kick right behind the ear. Victoria, though, hats off, giving it everything she had. I dare to say this situation between these two women is far from over. Now Trinity into the cover. I am sure Trinity will be on her way up to Richmond General, spending time with her mom and brother. But that is probably in a little bit. Right now, though, your winner, Trinity Nightwalker. Trinity heading out now. But I mentioned at the start of the show, well, I mentioned a lot of things. Do a little quick recap. Of course, in our main event, the Chamber returns. I wouldn't say that there, Chance. Victoria gave as good as she got. One mismaneuver opened the door for Trinity to put it away. In addition to the Chamber returning tonight, of course, Missy Nightwalker will not be here. She is at Richmond General. I'm sure that's where Trinity's going now. That's where I'm going after the show. Our son Anthony Harris was born. And the other item I said is that we had a new debut And we're headed down for some faction warfare concerning that debut. As we have representing the Ministry of Mayhem, Mrs. Utaker and Molly Shamrock, going up against Ruthless Incorporated's Mighty Minerva and Cotton Candy, making her way to Sacrifice. Goten the Godlord, welcome to the show. Thank you guys very much. Oh no, that team has not been broken up. But I figured what better way to make a debut than in a faction warfare match. Thank you very much there, Gotten. As soon as I am off the air, I will return the favor. You can guarantee that. And as you saw, Bill Haight already there. Almar Wolf as well, Ruthless, expanding the borders, getting everything tied down here. And of course, the last train robbers getting their opportunity later tonight. But here we go, faction tag warfare. Of course, the following tag team event is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. The first person on her way to the ring, representing the Ministry of Mayhem. She weighs in at 142 pounds. Mrs. Utaker. A veteran of the business and founding member of the Ministry of Mayhem. Mrs. Utaker with that very long and methodical stalk down to the ring. See, I was not aware it's the character name from Dragon Ball, but welcome to the show. As a matter of fact, as Mrs. Utaker makes her way down, I will return the favor right now, Goten. I have got you back. Thank you very much, sir. As Mrs. Utaker making her way into the ring now. Again, being the veteran of the event here, knows she has the opportunity to draw it out and play mental games with the rest of the women. As the lantern goes out, the lights come on. As we get ready for the arrival of her tag partner here today. And on her way down to the ring now, also representing the Ministry of Mayhem, weighing in at 135 pounds. She is the Mad Dog, Molly Shamrock. Of course, Molly Shamrock, a second-generation competitor here We just saw her dad in action, the Psycho Sicko, Sean Shamrock, earlier today, looking to follow in their footsteps with another victory. But the one thing you can guarantee is their opponents are going to have something to say about that. And speaking of which, the first one on her way down to the ring. She weighs in at 243 pounds. The mighty Minerva. Basically, with an old school look for this match. But Minerva, of course, representing Ruthless Incorporated, teaming up with her partner. You know, I thought a very fitting way to debut Cotton Candy. But Ruthless expanding the members' count, looking to expand their influence here in the company. The debut of Cotton Candy here now. The Last Train Robber is having a tag title shot later tonight. And Omar Wolf in the chamber in the main event. So could we be seeing the beginnings of a Ruthless Incorporated takeover here in Sacrifice? And ladies and gentlemen, the next competitor making her debut. She is also representing Ruthless Incorporated. It's Cotton Candy. Cotton Candy, the ex-wife of one Bill Haight. But make no mistake, guys, as ruthless as they come, before you know what happens, she'll have your money, have your wallet, and be out the door. Elite Extreme Women, welcome to the show. As we have Minerva starting off against Mrs. Utaker. Minerva quickly pressing Mrs. Utaker's show of strength into the European uppercut. Now looking to pull Mrs. Utaker back, bow and arrow. Minerva not only a powerhouse, but a submission specialist. Now throws Mrs. Utaker into the neutral corner. Mrs. Utaker fighting out. Series of shots, but gets caught. Minerva now scooping her up, slamming her into the turnbuckles, and then tossing her across the ring. Show of strength by Minerva. Mrs. Utaker fighting out of the corner, not an area she wants to be in. Now trying to bring Minerva back over to the ministry side of the ring. Kick to the middle of the back. Now tag in, bringing in Molly. Molly now kick right to the chest. Going right after Minerva here. It's second generation, but wise beyond her years in ring IQ, as we see from that pop-up punch. And then immediately trying to follow up, make sure Minerva can't make the tag. But the power of Minerva. Tag into Cotton Candy, here we go. Ducks under that attempted super kick. Rolling heel kick takes down Molly. Now Molly, though, double leg takedown, throwing the right hands. They're trying to welcome Cotton Candy in her own way. Now brings her up here, European uppercut. Candy now taking her over with that arm drag. Clapping her right across the ears. Now throwing Cotton Candy over the top rope. As you see from the Ruthless Men, calling for the slut drop. Now Cotton thrown back in the ring. Kick right to the back though. Molly Shamrock trying to make sure that doesn't happen. Now Molly showing off a bit, got caught. Backstabber by Cotton Candy, dropping her down. And now, again, Cotton Candy now showing off knee to the back of the neck. Trying to play up to the crowd right away here. Kick to the ribs. And now hammerlock DDT by Molly. Now trying to take out the legs of Cotton, maybe trying to make sure she can't use that slut drop. But Cotton firing back, elbow right to the ribs. Sends Molly into the Ruthless corner. Molly, though, reverses, looking to fight her way out of it. Brings Cotton over to the Ministry side of the ring. Tag into Mrs. U-Taker. Now Molly has the legs, Grapevine stomping on the knee. Mrs. U-Taker and Molly trying to make sure the debut's a short one. Now hot-shotting Cotton Candy across the top rope. Now quick roll aside there by Cotton, who kicks her in the back of the knee. Wait a minute. Spiking down Mrs. U-Taker face first. Now pulling her back over towards the Ruthless corner, tagging the mighty Minerva. Minerva now stomped to the face. Minerva now pulling right at the entire face of Mrs. U-Taker, but Mrs. U-Taker comes back with that arm whip. Now pulls Minerva away from the ropes. What does she have in mind? Actually moving back over, tagging back in Molly. Quick tags by the Ministry women here. Minerva, though, rolls away from the kick. Sends Molly into the Ruthless corner, running European uppercut. Now series of kicks right to the ribs and chest. Huge forearm right across the side of the head. Now Molly with a jawbreaker, getting a little separation from Minerva for the moment. Double leg takedown. Into the shamlock. Has it locked in. Minerva, though, fighting her way out of it. As I said earlier, a submission specialist herself. Oh, thank you very much there, Elf. I appreciate it. You know, and as she mentioned, if you like what you're seeing here, hit that thumbs up button. Great women's tag matches. Minerva makes the diving tag to Cotton Candy. Single leg drop kick puts Molly on the ground. Rolling heel kick puts her down again. Now sets Molly up against the ropes. Sends her off to the far side. Double stomp putting Molly down into the cover. Ref out of position. Now Cotton Candy looked like she had something on her mind, but changed her mind there. Now leg whip there by Molly. It seems the focus has been on the legs of Cotton Candy, but now going to the head with the iron claw. Shades of the past. You know she had to learn that from her daddy. She damn sure ain't old enough to know about those. Now kick. Went for a shot, but Cotton Candy out of the way. Rolling neck breaker connects with Molly. Molly, though, wrist lock, snapping it over her shoulder. Now going for the legs again, but Cotton kicking her away. Now Cotton sending Molly into the Ruthless corner. Molly getting double-teamed by the Ruthless women. Now off the ropes, drop toe hold. Big elbow drop to Minerva, from Minerva, I should say. Now pop-up European uppercut. Now Molly sent back into the Ruthless corner. Quick tag. The Ruthless women now working as a well-oiled machine. Pop-up Samoan drop. Cotton now cutting off the ring. Molly able to throw her off for a moment. European uppercut of her own. Now going right after Cotton here. Stomp to the ribs. Slingshotting her into the top rope. Now Molly trying to measure up Cotton here. Kick to the ribs. Shades of her dad with the boom shakalaka. Referee with a 1 count. Minerva right there to break it up. Was a bad area of town for Molly to be going with. Minerva already was well aware of what was coming. But a second boom shakalaka connects. Cover by Molly. Mrs. U-Taker cutting her off. And the women of Ministry spoiling the debut of Ruthless. There we see from the replay the women of Ruthless working well together. And here we see again that pop-up Samoan drop. The women of Ruthless had it all going. But out of nowhere, Molly with the boom shakalaka. The first one not enough. The second one does the job. So your winners, Mrs. U-Taker and Mad Dog Molly Shamrock. Oh, I mean, congratulations to the Mayhem ladies, but I will definitely say with that match, as well as the Ruthless women were working together, the rest of our women's division better sit up and take notice. As we get ready for our next contest. Those of you that saw this past week, after a dominant showing by Orion, the big man actually spoke during an interview, but then he refused to be quiet when he was told to by his boss. So his boss asked me to find him the toughest competition I could find. Because he wants to not only humiliate Orion, but to show the rest of the world that while Orion is dominant, he is not the top of the food chain. And normally I don't like making matches like this, but at the same time, I still owe Monstrous a match from his contract that we signed. He signed a 5-appearance deal. I still owe him a match. So this takes care of my contract. It keeps Colt Matthews from blowing up my damn phone. It's a win-win situation for me. But before we get to that match, I am going to throw some more shout-outs to some other great people in the area. Talking about great channels like Leaning Towards Death Wrestling. Of course, be sure to catch that with your boy Blaze McCoy on the Blaze Radio Network. Another great company doing a huge tournament trying to find the best of the Maverick around the world. Talking about Maverick Championship Wrestling. Be sure to join that with D-Train and the boys. Just did a great show of it last night. Then, of course, we have Monstar Factory Entertainment. Your host, Schooner Carnegie, bringing you a huge blend of created wrestlers along with industry superstars. And when he's not bringing you wrestling, you might learn a couple new recipes from Chef Sean. So you never know what he's going to bring up. But my favorite time around the world, I'm talking about the 80s, when the hair was big and the clothes were small. So you gotta be sure and take a trip back to 86 with Midwest Pro Wrestling. And you'll find that exclusively on the Bomb Pop Overdrive Network with your host Mark Mayhem, otherwise known as Scuzz. But on that note, we're gonna head down to ringside for these two behemoths. Oh, trust me, Omar, the ring is reinforced. Jack Bayou call him monstrous for the win, but the following contest is scheduled for one fall. On his way down to the ring first, weighing in at 378 pounds. He is the insurance policy. And wait a minute! Colt Matthews, chair in hand to the spine. I guess wanting to take matters into his own hands, putting the boots to Orion. Now showing off to Orion here, now driving that left hand into the face. I guess Colt Matthews not wanting to wait. Referee trying to wave it off. And Orion looking to fight back. Orion going to fight back right now. Measuring Colt. Hits him with a stomp. The ref's waving it away. We are seeing a fight here. Referee waving it back. Security getting the two men separated. What the fuck? We will have to wait and see what the story is here. Be sure to keep an eye on all the different social media platforms for what the fuck was going on with that. But ladies and gentlemen, to set the stage for this next contest, the last train robbers defeated the Steel City Committee in order to become the dominating duo champions. The Steel City Committee earned a rematch and won the titles back, which led us to a faction warfare match with both their teams adding in Blaze McCoy and Bill Haight, with Ruthless Incorporated winning over the match for the committee and earning the train robbers another shot. Now, this past Wednesday on Wicked, in order to determine the stipulations, we had Bill Haight fighting off against Blaze McCoy. The winner got to pick the stipulations. Bill Haight in a 2-fall sweep defeated Blaze McCoy, and he named the match to be the same match he beat Blaze in. 2 out of 3 falls. Anything goes. Falls count anywhere. So here we go. Place your bets. As, of course, Bill going with Ruthless. And as folks are placing their bets, I'm going to throw some more shout-outs to some other great channels in this community. Channels like Platinum Dragon Wrestling, with your host Shifty the Drunken Dragon Clown, who, of course, you will see later on tonight in the chamber. And you will find that on the Platinum Dragon Studios network. And then, of course, we have Raging Chaos Wrestling, bringing you creation streams for various wrestlers. Or you might get some Castlevania. You might get some Borderlands. You just never know what that blue-haired freak Frozen Rage has on his mind. But, of course, one of the originals, bringing you post-apocalyptic action. I'm talking about RWO, with that angry asshole Pete Wall on the Pillar to Post Network. Then, of course, another post-apocalyptic channel, Savage Warfare Wrestling. We are host on that, calling all the action, the Mean One, Mean Joey Green. And you will find that on the Dr. Anus Tickler Network. And then, of course, I mentioned tournaments earlier. Kind of fitting that we're getting ready for tag team action, because there's a worldwide tag team tournament going on down in the Slaughterhouse. And, of course, if he's not bringing you the tag team tournament, you might get some Dead by Daylight. You might get some Friday the 13th. You never know what page the Yellow Pages is going to pull out for you. And, of course, you will find that on the Yellow Terminated by Retirement channel. And then another great channel, you just saw him in the chat calling for Ruthless to win. I'm talking about UKWF 3LW Omar Wolf, holding right now the Best of Tournament Series, finding the best in the company in every weight class. So be sure to see who's the best and check out all the other great action across the pond. And then you want to talk about some great action that's across the pond, over the bridge, just out of this fucking world. Then you gotta go check out the Underground Circus with all the sideshow freaks. And of course, your host on that, the Ringmaster, the Wild-Eyed Yeti. And last but certainly not least, a channel normally following up with us with the action, not on tonight unfortunately, but I'm talking about Hell's Gate Wrestling. Your host on that, Mrs. U-Taker. So be sure to check them out as well. You can find all these great channels on my front page. If they're not on the front page, you'll find them on my subscriber list. Be sure to give them a like, check out all their action, give them a subscribe. And of course, if you like what you're seeing here, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not a member of the Eternity Broadcasting family, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss a moment of the action, like we're headed back down to ringside for right now. But the following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls. Falls count anywhere match. It is for the Dominating Duo Tag Team titles. On their way down to the ring first, representing Ruthless Incorporated, weighing in at 624 pounds. We have that big old ball of Sexy the D-Train, his tag team partner, Wild Mad Outlaw. They are collectively known as the Last Train Robbers. Oh, not a problem at all there, guys. But ladies and gentlemen, their opponents headed down to the ring at a total combined weight of 622 pounds. They are your dominating duo tag team champions. You have the Shaven Sasquatch, the big man, the Shmoo. His tag team partner, the Tenacious One, Tyson Parker. They are representing and collectively known as the Steel City Committee. The champs looking to go to work. No time limit on this match. We must have a winner. And there you see what the prize is for. Of course, our crowd ring announcer, and there you see on the left the D-Train, on the right Matt Outlaw. Tonight the challengers, but they are former champions looking to regain those titles. And there you see, of course, the champions there. A hell of a match with Ruthless Incorporated to get these titles to begin with. Now two-time champions, and you know they don't want to let those go at all. As you see on the split screen, Chance warming up backstage. The referee calls for the bell. Here we go. Out the gate, Matt Outlaw, big belly to back suplex. Parker using leverage, trying to keep Matt Outlaw into the corner here. Referee asking for the break, getting in to separate them. Surprisingly, a clean break. These two factions just straight out do not like each other. But now, huge shoulder block takedown by Matt Outlaw. Parker coming back with a jawbreaker. There is no quit in either one of these teams. Now going to work on the back, series of forearms, and then just letting him fall. Parker trying to fight his way back out here. Sends Outlaw into the committee's corner. But Outlaw, big kick to the jaw. Sending Parker over to the train robber's corner. Big clothesline to follow up. Surprisingly, these two teams staying in the ring for the moment. Big tag into the D-Train. But Parker trying to fight his way back out. Now being brought over against the ropes. D-Train sent off to the far side. Parker with a big knee lift, but it almost hurt himself just as much. As you see, Omar and Chance both getting ready in their own way in the back. Of course, after this match, our main event, the Chamber, returns. Parker now sent into the corner. Big clothesline to follow up by the D-Train. Now the D-Train going outside, getting some toys. Here we go. Right to the ribs and stomach with that hammer. We knew it was only a matter of time. Parker, though, with that judo throw. Now side headlock, showing off a bit. Now Parker over to his corner, tags in the Shmoo. Now you see Bill Haight cheering for his boys to put the committee out. D-Train the big back body drop. Tags in Matt Outlaw. Running knee lift from Outlaw to the Shmoo. And now choking him. As you see the referee just standing by, this is anything goes. Now going to work shin breaker on the knee. Big elbow drop to the chest, looking to keep the Shmoo grounded. The Shmoo now finally back up, sends him in the corner. Big clothesline, crumpling Matt Outlaw. Game-changing power by the Shmoo. But Outlaw quickly back up now and putting the boots to the Shmoo. Pulling back here on that reverse chin lock. The Shmoo, though, with an ankle pick. Outlaw ducks under the clothesline. But the Shmoo with a big headbutt. And that trapezius claw looking to wear down Matt Outlaw. As we have seen, Matt Outlaw can pick up the Shmoo. Huge show of power last time these teams met. Big back body drop. I guarantee the Shmoo hasn't forgotten it. And if he did, here's a reminder. Big choke slam putting him down. Now Matt Outlaw putting him in the corner. The Shmoo, though, with the reversal. Throwing Outlaw into the corner. Now sending him to the Ruthless corner. Big splash. Making a parry. You can see the acceleration on the Shmoo. Now throwing Matt Outlaw over to the other side of the ring. Now measuring him now. The Shmoo just waiting now. Has him goozled. Picks him up. Military press power slam. Into the cover. 1, 2, and at 2. D-Train in to break it up. And the Shmoo kicks D-Train in the back of the head. Now Parker has a D-Train. Like I said, this is anything goes. As all hell's starting to break loose. Big knee lift. Shadow press. Welcome to the show. As Matt Outlaw now, holy shit, has him up. Highway to Hell powerbomb. Into the cover. 1, 2... and 3, and the first fall goes to the Train Robbers. Now Matt Outlaw working on the Shmoo, 1 fall away. You see D-Train already cheering on his partner, knowing they are 1 fall away from getting the gold back. Big bear hug by the Shmoo, though. And Matt Outlaw taps out. We are in sudden death already. Float under into a neck breaker by Matt Outlaw. The Shmoo went right to the power game on that bear hug. DDT by Outlaw. We had seen Shmoo using his power, using his size, working on the ribs of Outlaw. Now we finally saw why with that bear hug. Now big clothesline making a pair of the double axe handles. Big show of strength, and the Shmoo on the hammer is out. Holy shit. Tilt-a-whirl power slam on the hammer. Great positioning by Matt Outlaw. And ladies and gentlemen, your winners and new dominating duo tag team champions, the Wild Man Matt Outlaw, the big old ball of sexy D-Train, Ruthless Incorporated's Last Train Robbers. And as you saw, Bill Haight already celebrating. You saw in the replay that tilt-a-whirl power slam on the hammer, putting out the Shmoo. So the Last Train Robbers now two-time dominating duo champions. So while Cotton's debut did not go well, the first of the two title matches did. Congratulations to the Last Train Robbers. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the main event. As I mentioned, the return of the Chamber. Starting on the far left, we have Chance Nightwalker. Next to him, Hollenhund. Going towards the middle, we have Johnny Crow. Then Shifty the Drunken Dragon Clown. Our current champion, Jake Bagwell. And then on the far right, Ruthless Incorporated's own Omar Wolf. Who do you have? Place your bets. And as folks are placing their bets, I need another fucking beer. Alrighty, folks, I am back. Had to check on the missus. You know, of course, as I mentioned earlier in the show, Anthony Harris Nightwalker born last night. So, of course, Missy cannot be here today. And Bill Haight already agreeing to give them a shot. Monstar Factory Entertainment, welcome to the show. But as we head down to ringside for our main event, the following contest is the Elimination Chamber for the International Championship, as we will see the first wrestler going into a pod. Representing Ruthless Incorporated, he weighs in at 270 pounds. He is the Alpha Wolf. Omar Wolf. So Omar Wolf will be starting in one of the pods. Oh, I'm sure they're not there, Shadow Press. We may have to do something here soon about that. Some of the wheels are already turning. We see Omar heading into the first pod. And ladies and gentlemen, the next competitor, weighing in at 305 pounds, representing Salagia, it's Holland Hoon. Of course, Holland Hoon winning this opportunity in the Global Warfare match at our last pay-per-view, of course, titled Global Warfare. Funny how that works. Not normally a singles competitor, but making the most of the opportunity. Of course, Omar Wolf winning the 10-man Battle Royal not too long ago to punch his ticket into this match. Of course, Omar being a former international champion in his own right as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the next competitor on the way down to the ring, representing the Ministry of Mayhem, he is your current international champion, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Enforcer, Jake Bagwell. Of course, Goddess cheering on her husband, the current champion. You know it had to be a relief for Bagwell knowing he's not starting this match. But ladies and gentlemen, the last competitor for a pod, representing the Dynasty, Johnny Crow. Maddie Marie, welcome to the show. Glad to see you can make it. If you go back a little bit, you'll see yourself in action as well. Of course, Johnny Crow, a former international champion. He is actually the person that Jake Bagwell took the title off of. So, ladies and gentlemen, that means the last two competitors. First, on his way down to the ring, representing the C&K Experience, weighing in at 282 pounds. He is the Las Vegas Asshole, Chance Nightwalker. Chance on his way down to the ring. Of course, Chance, my boy, obvious by the last name. If you couldn't figure it out, where he went, rock you under. But has a chance to win the match and prove everybody wrong, starting in number 1. He has said he is a diamond in the rough. This could be the moment that the diamond in the rough becomes the diamond. But a tall task to start with. Because, ladies and gentlemen, on his way down to the ring, he weighs in at 357 pounds. He is everyone's favorite drunken dragon clown. It's Shifty. Oh, Shamrock getting in trouble by his daughter here. Shifty, also a former international champion. Of course, defeating Jake Bagwell for the title, but losing it to actually losing it to Johnny Crow, but we're going to get going to the match already. Half and half suplex there by Shifty, but gets caught. Chance with the leg whip. Now, quick leg whip of his own by Shifty here. Both these competitors know each other well. Now, Shifty brings him up and over. Almost a modified brainbuster there. But Chance with that double neck breaker to start with. Now Chance into the armbar, rolling through, leg grapevine as well, as you see the countdown happening. Power by Shifty to escape, but already holding the elbow. What factor could that play throughout the match? As in at number 3 is Omar Wolf. But Shifty with that claw normally goes for a claw slam, but only going for this regular claw this time. Chance now right in after Omar. Big spine buster. And a kick right to the head, and now Chance and Shifty right back at it. Shifty going to work on the arm of Chance, and now Omar looking to pick his spot, and does. Snap suplexing Shifty over. Chance now having a bit of a breather here. Big clothesline from Shifty into a cover on Omar. 1, and only a 1 count. Now Chance going after Omar here. And coming in at number 4 is Johnny Crow. Now Omar going right after him here. Huge clothesline there. As Johnny Crow and Shifty, they have had matches before. As I mentioned, it was actually Johnny Crow that beat Shifty for the title. Chance with that huge knee lift onto Omar Wolf. Shifty choking Crow in the corner. Now Shifty has Omar front face lock. Flipping him over, going to work on the arm. As you see Chance and Johnny both getting a little bit of a breather for a minute. German suplex, though, by Johnny on the chance as Hollenhuhn enters the ring. So Jake getting a lucky draw. Omar now belly-to-back suplex on a Johnny Crow. Picking him up, leg whipping him back down. And working on the hamstrings. And now Chance going to help Omar against Crow. Into the cover, one. And only a 1 count. Hollenhuhn now going up top. Big elbow drop onto Shifty into the cover. 1, 2, and kick out at 2 from Shifty. As both Chance and Johnny going after Omar. Chance finally throws Johnny back in, and as Hollenhuhn goes after Omar as well. And Jake Bagwell makes his way in. Everyone has joined the match as Omar with brutality driving him right. Oh my God. Hollenhuhn right into the chain link. As Crow now counters and slams down Chance, but Chance right back up, short arm clothesline on the Crow. Meanwhile, Shifty double clap across the head of Bagwell. Omar throwing Hollenhuhn back out to that grating. Shifty big splash on the back of the neck of Jake. As Hollenhuhn working on Omar. As Chance, where the fuck is he going? Holy shit! Chance laying it all on the line with the elbow drop from the fucking cell. And as we saw I didn't mean to not tell people that we have blood in the match, but holy shit, Chance looking to steal the show already. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, we have blood as Chance in for the cover on Crow. Meanwhile, Jake going to work on Omar here, as Omar is a bloody mess, I believe. Yes, he is. And there is Vegas Lights into the cover on Crow, who is bleeding. And Johnny Crow has been eliminated. As now Hollenhuhn going after Chance. Now Chance thrown over here. Omar taking down Hollenhuhn. Looking to tie him up. And has him locked up here. Tequila Sunrise. We know Omar's normally a scotch drinker, but he'll take some tequila if it gets him the win. Now side Russian leg sweep. Into the cover. 1, 2. And Omar getting the shoulder up as Jake trying to go to work on Chance, and now Jake and Shifty tying it up. Jake now thrown into the corner. Shifty going over to meet him. Now Shifty tossed over the top as Omar gets spiked down by Hollenhuhn. Chance getting him a much-needed breather. Shoulder takedown there by Hollenhuhn, and Jake up on the top. What is Jake doing? Oh my God. Holy shit, body splash from the top of the cell. Jake taking out Hollenhuhn. Now scooping him up, throwing him outside of the floor. Shifty with a clothesline on the Chance. Oh, now Shifty has him up. Xanthrax to Chance. Into the cover. 1, 2. And no, Chance kicks out at 2 7/8. Oh, but Shifty's not done. Going for another one. and hits it into the cover. 1, 2, and 3. The second time the charm. Now Shifty off the ropes, big leg drop. And a pair of them onto Jake. It took Shifty 2 Xanthraxes. Cover by Hollenhoon, only a 2 count. So both men bleeding profusely. Spinning heel kick though by Omar, rocking the jaw. 1, 2. As now Jake driven down face first, Shifty looking to follow up on him. Jake catches though and shot to the ribs, a counter. Omar throwing over Hollenhoon, but Jake in there to break it up. And Jake, was he? Oh no, not again. Holy shit, body splash from the top. Catches Hollenhoon. Jesus fucking Christ. Tour of Texas onto Omar Wolf from Jake. Into the cover. 1, 2, and 3. And Omar Wolf has been eliminated. Spear by Hollenhoon. 1, 2, and 3, and we are going to have a new champion. We are guaranteed a new champion as Jake Bagwell has been eliminated by that spear. Now Hollenhoon and Shifty going at it. There's that rolling cutter version into the cover. 1, 2, and no, at 2.5. Now Hollenhoon measuring Shifty's, stomps him down face first. Now quick arm drag by Shifty. Up and over, dropping Hollenhoon, who's a bloody mess here. Oh, we saw Shifty use this already. The Xanthrax puts him down into the cover. 1, 2, and no, Hollenhoon gets the shoulder up. Now again, Shifty, kick to the ribs, and then a kick to the jaw. As you can see, Hollenhoon's a bloody mess. No, wait a minute. Holy shit, Shifty's up top. No. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit. From the top of the pod, he's gotta be fucking dead. Hollenhoon has got to be dead. That is 357 pounds. 1, 2, 3. It is over. You could have counted to 100. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new Sacrifice Championship Wrestling International Champion, Shifty. There's, we're seeing highlights from the match. The second Xanthrax Took 2 to put out Chance. And then Omar hit with that rolling, some modified brainbuster almost. And they aren't going to show it again. But Shifty from the top of a fucking pod said you could have counted to 100. But congratulations to the 2-time champion. But ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show today. Whether you were here for 5 minutes, whether you're here for the whole show, whether you left and came back, whether you're catching on the replay or through the PSN network, I appreciate you guys taking the time to spend the day with me. And as I've said before, if you like what you're seeing, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not already a member of the Eternity Broadcasting family, hit the bell for notifications. And that way you'll never miss a minute of the action. As I said earlier, I'm off to the hospital to go celebrate with my wife, our son, Anthony Harris Nightwalker, being born. So on that note, folks, peace out, fuckers.